One slime stats to all my big niggas in the back. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your boy, that boy Sharon. Today we back with another banger. Now in today's video, if you haven't read the title, which I don't know how that would be possible because you did click on this video, we will be talking about how to get samples from your manufacturer. Now, like I said, this is a fashion channel, bro. We finally digging deep into the like this is the third video. This is my third upload in the week.
You lying? Why you always lying?
Can't stay on not being consistent. I'm trying to really put on for y'all, okay? Now, in today's video, like I said, we will be talking about how to get your samples manufactured. And as you know, this is the first step to wanting to really push your clothing brand. Not even push your clothing brand. This is the first step to starting a clothing brand, okay? So, with that being said, before we get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram, bro. It's really appreciated. Some of y'all follow me on Instagram this past video. Hold up. We are almost at 100 subscribers. 100 people know me, bro. 100 people follow. 100 people are subscribed to me, bro. Now, honestly, y'all could probably be from Instagram, but that's okay because at the end of the day, it's still 10% closer to where I'm trying to get to. But with that being said, let's get into this video. I love you and I thank you guys. Thank you. But let's get into it. Come on. Okay, so the first thing you need when wanting to get your product manufactured is, of course, having a whole ass product. What are you even gonna get manufactured if you don't have a product? Now, I just started designing my whole product. Like after this drop right here, I kind of realized that I need to just design my own shit, and to really make it meaningful, you should start to learn or at least get a grasp of how to design. I design on Procreate, bro. It is I swear it is the easiest platform to design on. Procreate. Photoshop is way too advanced. Adobe takes too much time, but with a business owner, you gotta learn how to do that eventually. So once I get my MacBook fixed, like I said in the last video, I still didn't get it fixed. Once I get my MacBook fixed, I will start to prioritize how to use like Photoshop and Adobe and all of that. But as of right now, just focus on Procreate. Now you see this design is the first design I cooked up since I started since my rebrand. So ever since the rebrand, I've been kind of working around different ways to incorporate the whole brand identity into the clothing pieces that I'm making. And that is the whole point to this product right here. But if you steal my design, I swear to God, you're going to get a cease and desist letter, and I'm throwing Morgan & Morgan at your ass. I'm not playing with you. Now, once you have this product, a designed product, this is called a mock-up. A mock-up is literally just the whole everything that you want on the shirt. Now, the next thing you need after that is what is called a tech pack. A tech pack is your design details. This is everything that you need on everything. This is your printing, your embroidery, your applique. Everything should be in this in this section, and it should be it should be specified. Mind you, we're working with people out of country, out of state. They don't understand everything that we understand, so you have to break it down to the T, bro. These niggas act like they don't understand, but you got to make it so they can understand, okay? So you want to give them as much details as possible. So as you can see, I drew arrows to where everything was supposed to be. I gave examples on what I seen another clothing brand do. I think I talked about this clothing brand in one of my videos, and I like how they did one of their products, so I had to just incorporate and show a picture of what they did for their product. But a whole bunch of other details. You want to know like every single thing you have and want on this, you should tell them in your details and have your design. Oh my gosh, I messed up so many times in life by not having my designs ready on my Procreate, bro. It literally cooked me for life. So make sure you have your designs ready separate from them being on your tech pack. From them being on your mock-up. If they're on your mock-up, that's fine, but you need to be able to send them to your manufacturer. So always have that ready. They're going to usually ask for like a PNG or, not a PNG, a JPEG or a PNG probably. I don't know. They're going to ask for some type of format, and make sure you just have the picture of your logo ready at all times, okay? With that being said, on to the next thing you need for your clothing brand. Okay, so the second thing that you need when you want to design a product before you send it to your manufacturer is honestly the most important thing. Like you got your designs, you got the mock-up, you got everything, right? None of that matters if you got a bad size chart, bro. Specify. Bro, I've been through this. I'm telling you, I've been through this. There's a reason why I've been so stagnant, because you gotta learn from your mistakes when doing clothing. Like you make a mistake and you really have to work on that mistake that you just made. When my first shirt I've ever designed, I sent it over to my manufacturer, Pakistan, and he made it, right? It was a cool shirt until I got it in my size, an extra large, and an extra large feel like extra small. I'm sorry. I got really mad right there. But you really want to avoid that because you have to spend more money just to get another sample. You don't want to do that, bro. I'm telling you, you don't want to do that. There's more money coming out of your pockets, more time for production to start. I mean, more time before you can drop, meaning more time before you can make you a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you have a good size chart. Everybody always asks me, bro, how do you get a size chart? Where do you get your size charts from? All right, I get my size charts from either Minimal LA. I don't know if I want to put y'all on. I don't know if I want to put y'all on. But I'm gonna tell y'all one place I get my size charts from, and that's from Essence. If you can go to essence.com or on the app, it has hella designer clothes, bro. I'm telling you, the designer clothes have size charts, and those size charts you can use to implement it into whatever piece of clothing that you're trying to make, bro. Regardless if it's a jean, regardless if it's a shirt, a long sleeve, whatever. Go to Essence, use their size chart. Just make sure you kind of get an idea how it fit, bro. There's no point of using it if you can't see how the damn shirt fits. It makes no sense at all. But I use another website. I'm not going to tell y'all where I get it from because that is none of your business. But I did put you on to the one that I started with. So stick to that. Get going. If you follow me on Instagram and DM me, I might tell you where I got my size charts from. But with that being said, on to the next thing, not the final thing. On to the next thing. All right, so the third thing that you want to know when creating your samples is where to actually get your samples from. It's two different places I recommend that is the safe. One is more safer than the other. I'm being very clear when I say that. One is more safer than the other. Instagram versus Alibaba. Okay, this is it's a really an obvious answer on where you should get your clothes manufactured, honestly, but both have two different processes, and I'm just gonna go through it right now. So when I first started, I looked on Instagram and I got my Pakistani Instagram manufacturer, right? The Pakistan is primarily going to be on Instagram. They're going to have a lot of their work. They're going to show it on their page, their feed, and everything. They're going to tag the brand, and they're going to show where they're going to do all of that. They're very public. They're a very public company. Versus Alibaba, where Alibaba is very private. They will show you if you ask them, they will show you what you can get out of their whole manufacturing process. So with Instagram, though, you cannot send money via Instagram. You have to send money via like Western Union or MoneyGram or something like that, which is very risky because you cannot get your money back. So if the manufacturer that you chose is a low-key scammer, you're not going to know until after you send bro your money. But that's why you got to be cautious. From the other side on Alibaba is a much better professional website. It's very, very, very professional. It has two different things. Hold on, I'm gonna show you those two things. Boom. So as you can see, we are on Alibaba. Like I said, I suggest Alibaba. Please, if you want to use an Instagram brand, make sure he's a very reliable or trustworthy Instagram manufacturer. But I focus on Alibaba. Alibaba is where the China manufacturers are. Yeah, they know what they're doing. Whoa, that was racist. So, as you know, Chinese manufacturers are usually a better quality. You get so much bang for your buck when you're working with a manufacturer from China. I promise you. You're going to spend not a lot. You're going to spend a little bit more money, but the quality, the make, everything is going to feel so much better. Now, it all depends on what your budget is and how you're trying to spend. But I'm telling you, bro, if you have the money or at least a little bit of the capital, go to Alibaba. It's going to be so much worth it. All right, so as you see, as you can see, we are on Alibaba, and I'm look up anything, right? So say you want to just make some baggy sweatpants, right? Baggy sweatpants right here. Wow, look at all these manufacturers. Now, what you want to look for is saying verified and trade insurance. Now, trade insurance is very important, and verified is very important. Verified is saying that the manufacturer is trustworthy and they have been ordered from before. And trade insurance is basically saying that, damn, your samples got messed up, here go your money back. They're going to give you your money back. They can't. I literally almost got a refund of an entire book just because of trade insurance, and it really did help me out for that. So, but let's just go through the whole process. So, I did figure it out. So right here on iPad, it is a little different, so I had to just look over it real quick. They have right next to the sort a little button. You want to sort by supply features. Go up and make sure that make sure that trade insurance is checked, bro. Please make sure trade insurance is checked, because Alibaba, they can still scam you if they don't. They can still scam you if your ass don't got that trade insurance on. Honestly, China and Pakistan, Hong Kong, I guess, and United States are the most important ones, honestly, because especially USA. USA is for, I would say, more of a beginner, more of an experienced brand. I haven't used a USA manufacturer, so I'm not going to talk on it yet. But I know for a fact, Chinese manufacturers have always never steered me wrong. So, as you can see, all of our manufacturers now have verified and trade insurance on it. So you go to the peeps, you see it right here. What's these? Oh look, these D-Bands joints. Boom, right here, protections for these products. It says delivery via Alibaba Logistics, secure payments, easy to return and refund, and Alibaba.com protects all your orders and paid items on the platform with trade insurance. I'm telling you, make sure trade insurance and verify is on the manufacturer's account. That way you can trust them, and maybe they can get you. With that being said, let's go on what to say to these manufacturers in order to get your samples manufactured. Come on. My fault. I'm up close and personal here, ain't I? My fault. Okay, so now that you figured out what you can do in order to be safe and, have to not worry about your money getting stolen or any of that other BS, now you got to know what to say to these manufacturers, okay? And I'm not saying get over, but sometimes it is okay to bargain with your manufacturer, okay? But right here, this is the script that I wrote it up for y'all, but this is something that I would say if I was just trying to get it, just if I was inquiring about a piece or anything, right? So basically I would say, hello, I'm looking for custom baggy sweatpants or whatever you're looking for, right? You want to ask them for their MOQ, turnover times for their bulk and samples, right? So the MOQ is the minimum order quantity. That's how much you can order. That's the least amount you can order. So say like you go to a Chinese manufacturer. Chinese manufacturers' MOQs are literally sometimes no less than 50, okay? Swindle that down to 30. You can. But it's hard when it's a bigger company. But if it's a small size company and they haven't had that much work, you can really swindle it down to about 30 MOQ, right? 30 MOQ is the best. You can sell 30 sweatpants. I believe in you. Even if you are first time, this your first drop, I'm telling you, you can sell 30 shirts. It's not hard. Just have good marketing, okay? Turnover times is literally just the from the moment you pay, since your tech pack, your mock-up, all of that over there, from that moment until production is finished. That is should no longer be about 12 to 15 days for a sample. And honestly, a bulk can range from about 2 to 6 weeks, depending on your manufacturer. But make sure you kind of want to make that bulk. You want to make sure your bulk is at a good price range, but you don't, not price range, a good time range, but you don't want to rush anything, bro. Make sure you just letting them take their time with their pieces, because you don't want anything to be the wrong size. You don't want nothing to be the wrong color. Trust me, I went through this shit before. Look, I remember they sent me this color right here. It was like the sandy red. I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but it was sandy red, and the whole bulk. Look, the whole bulk was about to be a sandy red. Yeah, and I just wasn't gonna go for that. And I had to hurry up and switch the color before, yeah. So make sure your bulk is gonna be moving at a good pace, whether you want to do pre-order or pre-made, because you don't want too much space in between your drops. This is what I've been working on recently. I've had a long ass time since my last drop, and this month and for the rest of the year I plan on just going crazy, okay? Next, you want to say, I also want to see previous work. And then you want to ask for the average bulk price per unit. The average bulk price, and then their unit price, and then their sample price finally, okay? Now, starting off with the previous work, you always want to see the previous work for what you're trying to buy, bro. Because honestly, the manufacturer could be good, they could be bad. You never know until you see what their old orders and what other people have ordered from them, to see if their quality was good, to see if their washing was good, to see if their rhinestones was good, all that shit, bro. You just want to make sure they have that specific need or the specific thing that you want from this manufacturer. You got to make sure they do it to the T, you know what I'm saying? A lot of manufacturers specialize in different things. Like, there's manufacturers out there for jewelry, there's manufacturers out there for clothes, obviously there's manufacturers out there for literally everything that you look around in your room and see a manufacturer made it. So make sure what you want your specific requirements to be, make sure this manufacturer has done it to the T, or done it at least good enough for you to be able to be like, I want to buy. All right. Next, you want to ask for the average bulk price, right? So a bulk, about a 30 unit bulk can usually range from like $700 to $1,000 depending on the unit price. Now, the unit price is what each piece in a bulk is priced at. So how much it costs to make, not your price, how much it costs you to pay for them to make it for you. You know what I'm saying? I hope that wasn't too overcomplicated, okay? you really want to see these shirts costed about, I think, $20 to make for my manufacturer to produce it. So say 20 times 30, I think that's 500. I'm honestly not sure, but if each shirt was $20 and it has to be 30, your MOQ is 30, then your buck will be around that $500 mark, right? Then you want to ask for the sample price. I say ask for the sample price last because that is what you're trying to pay for first, right? So they're going to tell you their sample price. Usually, a lot of time with my manufacturers, I kind of notice that they tell me their sample price first, and then they get to telling me everything else, right? So once they say their sample price, immediately counteract it with something else, bro, or with a lower price, because you just want to try to bargain just to see if you can save a little bit of money, bro, because this is a business. You're a businessman. You're trying to save money in order to get more money by spending money. You know what I'm saying? So make sure with the sample price, the bulk pricing, the unit prices, it all kind of coincides with each other and makes sense to you and makes sense for your pockets, because you can bargain and try to get your way out of certain situations. Okay, with that being said, let's on to the next. Honestly, bro, that's really it. This is just the first part of like the whole brand thing. This is the first part to just getting started, because honestly, after you get your samples, it's really up from there. It's just a waiting period. The waiting period is the worst period of your life, bro, because you're going to be eager to really wanting to work. Unless you're like me. If you're like me, you're going to be eager to want to work. You're going to be eager to want to just get this shit out the way so you can move on to the next thing. And it's going to feel like that over and over again. But please, bro, make sure that you take your time. I know I talk fast. I'm going to try to slow down how I talk a little bit, but I just want you to take your time and realize that this is a process and it's not going to happen overnight. Samples can take 3 weeks. Samples can take 4 weeks, because shit happens in the process. Chinese manufacturers usually go on, well, every manufacturer, they usually go on break a lot. And you just want to make sure you kind of in that right realm of where you can just work diligently and wait for your damn samples to come. So I'm just going to reiterate everything that we just went through just for your final steps, because look, there's not really much I can tell you besides I can help you if you DM me, honestly. I if you need more one-on-one help, just DM me. I will help you. But look, you want to make sure you got a good tech pack. A good tech pack has a good display of everything that you want to do in your samples, right? You want good distress, and you want your distressing in the right place. You want a good screen print. You want everything to be perfect to the T, because this is your sample. This is yours. Please listen, this is your sample. Make sure it's right. Make sure it's good, right? So after that, you want to talk to your manufacturer. Ask them about what their sample price is, their unit price. Don't forget to ask about their turnaround times, about how long everything will take, because that is the main thing. Then from there, it's just you pay and you wait. And after you wait, you gotta market. Might be my next video. But with that being said, bro, slime slats in now. With that being said, slime slats on my big niggas in the back. I love you, bro. Make sure you get in the gym. Make sure you working out. Make sure you looking good for summertime, bro. Summer is right around the corner. Your boy done dropped like 30 pounds just by being in the gym for like 2 weeks. I'm lying. I've been in the gym for about 2 months. But I love y'all, bro. Text me. Follow me on Instagram. If you need any help with your brand, if you need help spiritually, I got you, bro. I'm here. I will always respond to a DM. It don't matter as long as you follow me, though. With that being said, slime sets on my big niggas in the back. I love you. Make sure you have a blessed day. That being said, peace out.